Hello everyone, we've been through another week together and now there's a new week ahead of us. This is Trinh Lê.
I'm Hai Nguyen, you're watching FBNC News and these are our headlines. Hanoi plans enough food supplies for up to 400,000 people during COVID-19 crisis.
Vietnam imposes anti-dumping measures on imported MSG.
Textile businesses struggle with delays and cancellations from Europe.
Now, as of 4 p.m. Monday, 23rd of March, 8 new cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in Vietnam, making the total number of COVID-19 patients to 121.
Patient 116 is a 29-year-old male, an ER doctor at Dong Anh Center Hospital for Tropical Diseases in Hanoi. This doctor has participated in treating other COVID-19 patients since the 31st of January. From 19th of March, he began to have sore throats. On the 21st of March, he was tested positive for SARS-CoV-2. Currently, the patient is being quarantined and treated at Dong Anh Center Hospital. His health is stable.
Other health workers working with patients number 116 have been placed under surveillance. The first test results on March 21st show that they were all negative for SARS-CoV-2. In addition, 7 new patients found this morning used to work and study overseas. Among them, 2 patients have just returned from Cambodia.
More updates on the COVID-19 combat. Hanoi People's Committee has met to discuss plans to ensure food and other essentials for people in quarantined areas as one of the prevention measures in this time of crisis.
Hanoi Department of Industry and Trade said to make sure that supplies for people in the quarantined areas are not disrupted, taking into account the actual situation of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has worsened over the past week, as well as considering the number of people being quarantined. The department has put forward 4 alternative plans to ensure enough food and essential supplies for people even in the worst-case scenario, with an estimation of about 400,000 people in quarantine for 14 days. District People's Committees are responsible for calculating the amount of necessities, contacting the selected supplies, and arranging logistics resources. In case necessities collected at district level are not sufficient, the Department of Industry and Trade will call on other units for support. The Department of Industry and Trade has worked with the suppliers, calculating their stocks to make good arrangements and distribution plans for timely turnaround.
A project on child protection and abuse prevention in Ho Chi Minh City, sponsored by the Vietnam-Denmark Friendship Association, has just been approved by the Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee.
The project aims to contribute to raising awareness of the organizations operating in the field of child protection and care about Law on Children 2016, as well as to improve the child protection system in Ho Chi Minh City. The project is sponsored by the Vietnam-Denmark Friendship Association with a total budget of more than 4.6 billion Vietnam dong and to be carried out from March 2020 until the end of March 2023 in District 8 and Binh Chánh District. Earlier in the period from 2014 to 2017, the Vietnam-Denmark Friendship Association also sponsored another project for children entitled The Rights of Immigrant Children in Difficult Circumstances in Ho Chi Minh City, contributing to the protection and implementation of the rights of underprivileged children and children in immigrant families in District 7, District 8, Tân Phú District, and Binh Chánh District.
There has been a growing concern over the past couple of weeks about the possibility of electricity price increases. In fact, in accordance with the Prime Minister's and the Minister of Industry and Trade directives, the Ministry of Industry and Trade has ordered the Vietnam Electricity (EVN) and other power companies to make no adjustment in electricity prices in 2020.
Due to the increasing impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, several production and business activities have slowed down. The electricity demand has decreased, and so far we haven't experienced any supply-demand tensions. In response to the situation, the Ministry of Industry and Trade has required Vietnam Electricity, EVN, and other power companies not to adjust prices this year. The Electricity Regulatory Authority of Vietnam said it will monitor the actual power consumption in the near future to operate the electricity system accordingly to ensure the most economical operating costs.
Also recently, the Ministry of Industry and Trade has asked the government to promulgate Decree number 17, in which 205 business conditions will be reduced or simplified. This will help to create favorable conditions for business activities. 205 business conditions will be reduced and simplified according to Decree number 17, focusing on the fields of electricity, automobiles, petroleum, gas, chemicals, tobacco, food safety, and reforms in specialized business examination. This further reduction of 205 business conditions was made following the recommendations of the business community, industry experts, and individuals in order to amend and supplement the state's regulations to improve the actual conditions and commitments with international trade partners. Further to that, the Ministry of Industry and Trade had just issued Decision number 881 to impose provisional anti-dumping measures on some MSG products originating from China and Indonesia. Accordingly, MSG imports from China and Indonesia will be subject to an absolute tax rate of between 2.9 million Vietnam dongs and 6.4 million Vietnam dongs per ton. The MoIT began an investigation in October 2019 based on the verification of a dossier requesting the application of anti-dumping measures submitted by the representatives of the domestic production sector. The investigation found that despite safeguard measures in the form of an absolute tax rate at 3.2 million Vietnam dongs, MSG imports from China and Indonesia showed signs of being dumped in large volumes, from 2.88 million Vietnam dongs to 6.3 million Vietnam dongs per ton, corresponding to a maximum dumping margin of up to 28%. This level of dumping indicates that the imported goods are threatening to cause significant damage to the domestic MSG industry.
Statistics provided by the General Department of Customs showed that the volume of imported cars in the first 15 days of March 2020 reached 4,571, with a total value of $93 million.
Cars with 9 seats or fewer were imported at the largest number of more than 3,150, with a total value of nearly $55.7 million. Ranked second is trucks with nearly 1,250 vehicles with a total value of over $29 million. Imports in the first half of March dropped by 1,000 units compared to the second half of February. From the beginning of the year to March 15, Vietnam imported more than 19,000 cars of all sorts with a total value of $426.7 million. And imports peaked in February with the volume reaching over 10,000, more than doubled the volume achieved in January 2020.
In response to the fact that textile companies have their contracts cancelled or delivery dates delayed in the next 1 to 3 months by buyers from Europe, Minister of Industry and Trade Trần Tuấn Anh has ordered the ministry's subsidiaries to immediately come up with plans to support these businesses. The backlog of textile raw materials at the border with China has partly been removed now that suppliers from China have resumed operation. However, Vietnamese textile companies have started facing new challenges when big buyers from the US and Europe announced their cancellations of some orders for March, cancellations and delays of some orders for April and May, and also suspended the negotiations of some contracts aimed for June.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade is coordinating with other ministries, business communities and industry associations to have a closer look at the impact of the decline in overseas markets on businesses so that they can find appropriate solutions to support them.
In addition to financial solutions, including fee and tax cuts to support businesses in this time of crisis, the Ministry of Industry and Trade has also requested the respective ministries and subsidiaries to continue working on administrative reform policies.
Now that has come to an end of FBNC News Monday.
We will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care and goodbye.